Alright fans, starting another news roundup here on the channel with more updates on the Washington Commanders. This is Charles speaking. Welcome everyone. Let's jump into another news roundup, bringing you the latest, most direct updates on the Commanders. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. We have daily videos to keep you updated, and don't forget to give it a like. That like really motivates me to keep recording for you all. Alright fans, let's kick off the latest updates. After Sunday's tough loss at Northwest Stadium, it was a hard moment for the entire Commanders family. It was one of those games that slipped through the team's fingers, with mistakes costing us dearly and leading to a defeat. But even in this challenging time, something special happened in the locker room. Sam Cosmi, our right tackle, is known for being more quiet and reserved. He's always let his actions on the field speak for themselves. But after this loss to the Steelers, Cosmi felt he needed to do something different. Few know this, but as a kid, Cosmi struggled with a speech issue, which still makes him hesitate when speaking in public. Still, in that difficult locker room moment, he gathered his courage and gave an emotional speech to the whole team. With heartfelt words, Cosmi reminded everyone, from coaches to medical staff, that they are building something special in Washington. He emphasized that this loss is just one game in a whole season, asking everyone to stay focused and use this disappointment as fuel for the next challenge. Thursday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles. The impact of that moment was even stronger because everyone in the locker room knows Cosmi's story and how hard it is for him to speak in public. Seeing a usually quiet player step up at such a critical time had a powerful effect on the team. Cosmi brings a unique perspective. He's been with the Commanders through the hardest times during the Ron Rivera era and survived to tell the tale. He knows better than anyone how much things have changed and wants to make the most of this new phase for the team. Thursday night's game against the Eagles arrives at the perfect time for the Commanders. The team is hurting after a grueling stretch of games and is eagerly awaiting a break during Week 14. But before that, they need one more extraordinary effort in this divisional classic, which could hugely impact the race for the NFC East title. And don't count the Commanders out just yet. Yes, the Eagles are on an impressive 5-game win streak and seem to have found their best form after a rocky start. It won't be easy, but Coach Dan Quinn's team has proven this season they can compete with any opponent. Fans are eager to see that again. If the Commanders can pull off a win against the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field, it will be a powerful statement that this team is for real. More than that, it will show that the moment Sam Cosmi overcame his personal fears to motivate his teammates was a turning point in the season. Now we wait to see how the team will respond on the field Thursday night. But one thing is certain. Cosmi's brave speech is already part of this team's history and may be the push they need to turn things around. Fans, continuing with our analysis. Thursday night football games in the NFL are some of the toughest challenges teams face, and it's easy to see why. Teams need to recover and prepare for a new game only 3 days after playing on Sunday. It's a situation that demands a lot from players, both physically and mentally. Imagine the routine. On Sunday, players go through an intense football game with heavy physical contact and significant muscle fatigue. On Monday, they barely have time to recover because they must start studying the next opponent. Tuesday and Wednesday mean training and implementing the game plan for Thursday. It's an extremely fast-paced and grueling cycle. The only real advantage in this situation goes to the home team, which doesn't have to deal with travel and a change of environment. Other than that, it's a challenge for both teams. And for the Washington Commanders specifically, the situation is even tougher. They're coming off a hard loss and now need to face the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the conference's strongest teams. The team not only needs to move past the recent loss faster than usual, but also correct mistakes from the last game on a very tight schedule. However, there's a positive factor. Coach Dan Quinn. Experienced and composed, Quinn has shown calmness in handling the situation. He understands that despite the challenge, the task isn't impossible. Quinn and General Manager Adam Peters have built a strong culture over the last 9.5 months, creating a united team that operates as one. This team unity will be essential to overcome the issues that led to the loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 10. Coaches and players are aligned and focused on quickly correcting mistakes. Another interesting point is that the Commanders are using the frustration from the last defeat as extra motivation. The team knows they missed multiple opportunities to win the game against the Steelers, and this created a feeling of dissatisfaction that could be beneficial for the game against the Eagles. Quinn sees that his players are ready to hit the field, no matter the circumstances. Now, the total focus is on making everything work right on Thursday night and getting rid of that bitter taste from the last defeat. The game against the Eagles will be a true test to show this Commanders team's ability to bounce back and show resilience. Can they overcome physical fatigue, limited preparation time, and a recent loss to surprise one of the best teams in the league? This is the kind of challenge that can define a team's character and show what they're really made of. Quinn and his team know that despite all the adversity, they have a golden opportunity to bounce back and show their real strength. Thursday promises to be a special night for football, with two teams determined to prove their worth on the field. Share your thoughts in the comments. And finally, for today's updates, the Commanders come off a painful 28-27 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a tough result, especially considering that the Steelers, an AFC team, are in good form. But now there's no time to dwell, as the schedule presents an even bigger challenge. Facing the Eagles on a short week for Thursday Night Football. This game promises to be full of emotions, especially since the Commanders are in the race to win the NFC East. A victory against the Eagles would be absolutely crucial to keep divisional title hopes alive. However, we have an important concern for the team. The status of star running back Brian Robinson Jr. Coach Dan Quinn provided an update on his injury on Tuesday, as reported by David Harrison of Commanders Game Day. Quinn explained that we'll have a clearer idea of Robinson's condition after the faster practice on Wednesday. His presence or absence could be pivotal for the game. The challenge is huge. The Eagles are riding a 5-game win streak and are one of the NFL's strongest teams at the moment. However, this game represents a unique opportunity for the Commanders. Besides potentially defeating a division rival, a win would provide a tremendous boost in the playoff race, as the team is well-positioned to pursue a postseason spot in this latter half of the regular season. It's a game that promises intensity. We're talking about a historic NFC East rivalry between two teams that know each other well. Home field advantage could be decisive, and Commanders fans will certainly play a crucial role in pushing the team to victory. This week's Thursday Night Football has all the ingredients to be one of the season's most exciting games. Divisional rivalry, playoffs at stake, the Eagles on a streak facing a Commanders team that needs to bounce back. Don't miss it, and stay tuned for updates on Brian Robinson Jr., as his status could completely change the game outlook. Fans, will the Commanders be able to beat the Eagles despite the short week? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it. Did you enjoy the video? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It's so important that we're in this together. Thanks for everything, and go Commanders!